after that victory over paiN Gaming and helped out for the translation by Max. Congratulations. First up, I have noticed that you're quite an emotional player, and then in this game threatened exact same thing to happen that happened last time around when you played paiN and you were threatened to lose it late game. What made you make sure that you won it this time around?
首先恭喜你赢得比赛，然后Sharks 发现你打游戏的时候都非常激动，然后这一场比赛又像上一场又带到非常后期，然后有可能会输掉。那你做了哪些举动，帮助你团队获得胜利？
最主要是因为对方的球女是带 TP 嘛，所以我可以用安妮很好的去控制她，因为球女也没有去出水银头在，所以我在后期的团战我只要去 focus 球女这个点就好了。
So the point was Oriana didn't Oriana had TP but she didn't bring Sash. She didn't buy Sash. So the best way for me was to use Annie to control Oriana, and that's how we win the team fights.
Okay, can you give us a little bit more insight into your communication? I know that you shot call a lot in that team. Was it all calm and collected and you say, okay, I'm going to go in, or how was the atmosphere in the team?
他说，可不可以跟我们分享一下，就是你在 call game 的时候，你们团队的讨论的状况如何？你们是很激动的吗？还是都是很平和的？
我觉得我们队算是非常激动了，但是我们都会去做良好的沟通。我觉得我们队伍一个最大的特点就是我们的沟通量是非常大的，比起其他队来说。像在前期的时候，牛排就会负责去做一些转线的call，然后我跟卡萨就会在这个游戏的前期找一些机会去打出破口，然后做一些入侵的深眼这样。然后到后期的时候，我们就是交给可以开战的人员来去做call，就是什么时候要开，然后一可以开，他说上，我们就全部人都会跟这样。
So yeah, we're a very emotional team, but we have really good communication. I think out of all the teams, we have like the most amount of communication. For instance, like in early stage, we would let Steak make the decision of lane swapping. In the mid game, it's more up to me and Karsa, like finding the better timing or position to go in on teams and also like setting our vision. Late game is whoever's got the best engage gets the call, like when do they start team fights. And I think we have really good communication.
Yeah, you guys do, and you won this game. That means you have a very real chance of getting out of this group. You still have to play CLG and the Ku Tigers. I would love to hear your thoughts on both those matchups that are still coming for you.
那你们现在赢得胜利就非常有机会从小组出线。那可是你还是要打 CLG 跟 Ku Tigers。那想听听你对接下来这两场比赛的看法。
我觉得在对上 CLG 的时候，我们胜算是会大蛮多，因为这次我们是在蓝方嘛。然后我们上次打的时候，我觉得是因为我们在出装选择上面有些错误，所以导致我们在后期输了。因为我觉得现在这个游戏，只要你在前期拿到一定的优势，你只要良好的去做视野的滚雪球，我们应该是可以很顺利的拿下来的。所以我们在这次在蓝方嘛，所以我们在 ban pick 上面又会有更大的优势，所以我们应该是很有机会拿到前期优势，然后在后期的时候，我们只要稳稳的打好团战，我们就会赢下这场比赛。然后在打酷的话，因为我们是在紫方嘛，我们就不会像上次一样拿到那么完善的阵容，但是我们还是有我们在这段时间内，我们有做很大量的调整，然后也从我们刚来到这边跟到现在的时候，我们已经进步非常的多，不管是在角色选择上面啊，还是我们在转线方面啊，都有非常多的新的收获。我觉得这次我们是会赢的。对。
So first up, CLG. This time we're gonna be on the blue side, so we have an advantage of going the ban picks. And last time, I think our loss was due to like the gear we chose and the way we played. And this time we will decide like on better warding, and if we get an early advantage, we'll try to snowball, and I think we can take down that game. And against Ku Tigers, we play on the purple side. Even though we now might get the ban pick advantage as the first game, but we like come into Worlds, we learn a lot about like playing against our opponents and doing lane swaps and doing our team fights. So we have enough confidence we can take down Ku Tigers.
All right, well, a lot of confidence from Sword Art. Congratulations
Thank
there.
you.
The Flash Wolves with another win. Guys, go break it down.
Thank you, Shox. You know, we had our fastest game of Worlds to start the day. We, of course, had to follow that up with a very long back-and-forth game there. Let's dive into it, as that evened up the head-to-head between Flash Wolves and paiN Gaming and gives them that win that puts them 2-2 next to CLG.
Yeah, I mean, the match was obviously very important because now the winner would be tied against CLG, chances of coming out second to the KOO Tigers. But, I mean, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Too slow from both sides. These compositions, you need to run them faster. The warding wasn't there, and particularly for Flash Wolves, which is now the contender for the second place spot, when you're running Lee Sin, Annie, Yasuo, those are low cooldown ultimates. You need to be fighting a lot, and they did not do that.
But one thing I will say is at least this time they picked the playmaking champion. So maybe the game plan wasn't there, but you could see what the pick ban was at least designed to do this time. And I'll give them huge credit for that because they lost a very slow, methodical game last time around and were able to reverse it this time just because of Karsa's Lee Sin, I felt. Sword Art played a very, very good early initiation role, but in the end, it was all about the Lee Sin kick and being able to set up that Yasuo.
I feel like the actual play that stood out was what you mentioned. Sword Art and Karsa really stepping up and being the playmakers, but for the rest of the team, it was more so we have really good champions that synergize together, and it doesn't matter if we play well or not. Hey, Lulu helps me survive. Yasuo has a really easy win wall, and ultimate is more CC. So it's all Karsa Sword Art for me right now.
Yeah, Karsa had some really good dragon secures as well that got them that 5th dragon for the final fight. So I thought that Karsa playing this game out had really good team fights and objective control, but that next step, I want to see the sweepers. I want to see you deny vision so you can make picks with the Annie and take them off guard. They did have Rek'Sai, so it was a little harder to do that because Surti always saw it coming. But at the end of the day, you talked about it, and this is something I want to transition to, is ending the game for both these teams is such a struggle. They failed to see all these opportunities in front of them, the TP play with Stake, the fact that you're doing Baron and you're pushing Inhib at the bottom at the same time, and then you want too much, and then you take neither of them. The hesitation and the distinct shot calling was lacking.
Yeah, I actually think that's what it is for both teams. They're caught in between. They don't know whether they want to play this high level, like, let's sweep out vision, let's control the map, or whether they just run and gun, let's smash each other. And then when you get caught in between of that, you get the base race situation where Stake's doing loop-de-loops in the middle of a nexus and no one else is following up. So I think you either commit to one or the other. You either say, we are a vision control team, we will play pick, or you just like, I'm going Lee Sin Annie. I don't care about wards. Anytime you come near one, I am just running at you head first, and we're going to fight and just beat you through raw mechanics. But being caught in the middle right now, which both paiN and Flash Wolves definitely look like they are, just leaves you so exposed for the turnaround team fights. The biggest one for me was when 4 people funneled through a choke, chasing out NL and Sword Art, and Karsa just didn't pull the kick.
Yeah,
that would have been a 4-man knock-up on the whole of the team. Yasuo all of a sudden over the wall, left by himself. There are just so many, if you just pull the trigger on these Karsa and get in there and really be decisive, but they're trying to play too high level for me, and that's not what the Flash Wolves are about. They just fight you over Dragon, and they just beat you to a pulp at like 15 minutes in the game.
Yeah, there were a lot of Karsa kicks that I think Maple should have at least followed up a second later. He seemed really quick. Like, that was the thing, is Karsa was a little late to jump the gun, but Maple was too quick to jump the gun sometimes. So just evening it out a little bit, getting on the same page is something that the Flash Wolves need to do if they want to get second.
Now, we talked about how both of these teams could have been cleaner in pretty much all of their wins. Back over to paiN, Crumbs, because I know that you have identified some definite strengths in this team. They played out the early game very well, had the turret advantage, were pressuring around the map, but that fell away pretty quickly once we got past about the 10, 12-minute mark. And as you mentioned, they struggled a bit to find their victory.
Yeah, I didn't like Kami's Orianna. There was a lot of flaws with it during the laning phase, and the TP usage was just not there. You have the TP advantage. You need to be funneling that into the bottom lane with the advantage that BRTT had. But it was mostly just used in random situations or to get back to the laning phase, and it just leaves him exposed to die in a team fight from a Flash Tibbers, which I think you can attribute to his very passive play during the team fight. So he's really far back, is usually at a full HP, half mana, and with a late scaling build, like the tier build, which is a good build, of course, against the engage of Yasuo, you still can be aggressive. But it just wasn't there. I'm not sold with it. I want to see him pick something that's more aggressive.
Yeah.
All right,
Cleanser
well, a
exhaust.
solid win there for Flash Wolves. paiN, on the other hand, they have a little bit of time to regroup before our next match. When we come back, paiN Gaming will try to rebound as they take on the Coup Tigers. Then the Flash Wolves will return to the stage to face Counterlogic Gaming. Our coverage of the World's Group Stage continues in just a bit.
Well, let's take a look. Stun connects as well. Sorda's going to follow through. Ignite is available. Both flashes expended.
Okay. Maybe first blood. Okay, nice.
Secure Dragon number 1 for the Flash. Nylon is Megador, but he's kicked over the wall. Corsa says nope. No Gnar against the wall.
Yes.
The shockwave catches NL. He's not against the wall. Snake is looking to kill a tower. He's got a Lich Bait. He's going to be able to get some damage. Super Minions are still pushing into the base. NL's got 2. He's looking for more. That's a triple kill, and he's excited.
That's going to be it, and Flash Wolves will take it.